In this video, we're gonna talk about App Lifecycle in Flutter. Knowing the basics of Flutter is the most significant and commendable speculation you can do while learning Flutter. You should know how the application lifecycle is created, rendered, updated, and destroyed, as it will assist you with understanding your code. Similarly, as with each structure out there, Flutter likewise has a lifecycle related to each application. So what is App Lifecycle? App Lifecycle is the show of how application will change its states. It helps in understanding the idea driving the smooth progression of our application. There are 8 stages of lifecycle in Flutter, which are create state, init state, did change dependencies, build, did update widget, set state, deactivate, and dispose. Let's begin by deeply explaining on each stages. Firstly, create state. This method is called when we create another stateful widget. It is an obligatory strategy. The create state returns a case of a state related with it. Next, init state. This is the strategy that is considered when the widget is called precisely once for each state object. If we characterize or add some code in the init state method, this code will execute first even before the widgets are being built. This method needs to call super.initState method, which essentially calls the init state of the parent's widget, which is the stateful widget. Here you can initialize your variables, objects, streams, animation controller, and so on. Next, did change dependency. This method is called following the init state method whenever the widget initially is constructed. You can incorporate not many functionalities like API calls dependent on parent data changes, variable reinitializations, and so forth. Next, build. This strategy is the main method as the rendering of all the widgets relies upon it. It is called each time when we need to render the UI widgets on the screen. At whatever point you need to update your UI, or on the other hand of the off chance that you click hot reload, the Flutter structures modifies the build method strategy. Assuming you need to expressly revamp the UI if any information is transformed, you can utilize setState, which teaches the framework to again run the build method. Next, did update widget. This strategy is utilized when there is some adjustment of the configuration by the parent widget. It is essentially called each time we hot reload the application for surveys the updates made to the widget. If the parent widget changes its properties or design, and the parents needs to modify the child widget with a similar runtime type, then at that point, did update widget is triggered. This withdraws to the old widget and binds into the arrangement changes of the new widget. Next, deactivate. This method is considered when the state is removed out from the widget tree. However, this strategy can be additionally re-embedded into the tree in another path. This strategy is considered when the widget is as of now not joined to the widget tree yet. It very well may be appended in a later stage. The best illustration of this is the point at which you use navigator push to move to the following screen. Deactivate is called because the client can move back to the past screen and the widget will again be added to the tree. Lastly, dispose. This strategy is essentially something contrary to the init state method and is likewise important. It is considered when the object and its state should be eliminated from the widget tree forever and won't ever assemble again. Here you can unsubscribe streams, cancel timers, dispose animation controller, close documents, and so on. Conclusion. This is a basic structure of the app lifecycle in Flutter. You can pick and modify this code according to your choice. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.